Hi,
Hi.
congrats on the win.
Thank you.
First, can I just get your overall thoughts on the game, please?
Good win, good start. I think we looked a bit slow to start. I would say the first 5 minutes, but I think the goal settled us. Our set play delivery was really good today, and then after that scored two excellent goals. I thought the second goal was really good. Good finish from Chloe's cross for Julie, and then a really good finish from Laura as well. I would say probably second half was a bit too loose from us in possession, which made the game a little bit too open for Brighton, and just disappointed that we've not added more goals to our performance. But look, I think keeps us right in touch, and that's the real pleasing thing.
Obviously, we saw Steph in the midweek game, no, the last week game, but didn't see her today. Not really seeing her much in the league. Do you think, she'll be starting to make a few appearances in the league game?
I don't know. I think we've got a lot of really good players at the club, and everyone knows their role, knows their job within it, and sometimes it's your moment where you're playing. But Steph's a really important member of the team that we've spoken about previously. So, whether players play or don't play, they're really contributing, and we've got this 3-game week now where I'm sure we'll see the team will change.
That's great, thank you.
Hey Gareth. I just wondered, it was a bit of a unique position today because obviously, United and Arsenal and Chelsea had already played. Did that kind of play on the minds at all, or did that make it a little bit more difficult, or a bit more odd, if you like, going into today?
No, I'm not too sure really. I mean, you expected them to win their games that they played yesterday. They did. And probably people expected us to win today as well. That's probably some of the problems with the game at the moment, is people see the game on paper and think, well, that's it. But then there are no easy games. I think they can be difficult, and I think scoring early is important to settle the kind of nerves, if you like. And yeah, we don't take too much notice of it. We have to concentrate on what we do. Sometimes when you're watching what everyone else is doing, that can distract from what you do, and you lose focus. So for us to be, I think certainly after the first 2 games, to be where we are now is a great effort from everyone, and we have a good opportunity next weekend at home, albeit at the Etihad, but we have a good opportunity next week to claw even more ground back, and like I say, I think it's a good position we're in.
And the former Julie Blakstad, is that giving you a little bit of a selection headache, once Lauren Hemp is, back full of fit?
People play, come in, come out of the team. I think, sometimes people have come out if they haven't performed well. Sometimes when they have performed well, there's always a reason and a rationale behind the team selection that I make. Players won't always agree with that thought process, but that's part and parcel of football, and that's the job that I'm in. And it's understanding what type of concepts you can work to when you play against this type of opposition over this type of opposition. So, naturally within that, I think the game, the way it is now, definitely it's a squad game. It's a minimum 16-player game in each game. So, especially when you go into a 3-game week, you're going to see naturally the game and the team change. Okay.
Amy?
Hi Gareth.
Hi.
Just picking up on that on Julie, obviously when she first came in she was playing a little bit more left back and not playing in the forward areas too much. What have you seen from her this season that has impressed you maybe more to put her in those forward positions a little bit more than she was at the start?
I think we were just trying to find a position really, and where we had an idea of when we brought her to the club that she'd operate on the left side. We knew that for certain because she's a left-sided player. But we weren't too sure whether it would be where we've seen her probably more for Norway, like you say, for us early on was as a left back. But she's a different type of winger. She's different to Lauren, like Hayley is different to Chloe. And obviously when we had Jess last season, Jess would be a completely different type of option for you at the top end of the pitch. But Julie's done well, and I think any player probably thrives in getting continuous games. She's pretty robust physically, so she never wants a day off. She always wants to come in and work at a game, and she's a good young talent, and we're working on real key areas to try and help her, certainly with her final actions, but the goal contributions have been very good so far.
Thank you.
Hey.
I just wondered what goes through your head. Like you're in control of the game, but and you know you've got that 3-goal cushion. But then one goes. I know it's the last minute. One goes in. Is it just utter frustration, or is it a throwaway sort of goal? Because it seems to take everyone by surprise.
Yeah, well, it is. It's got to be total concentration for the full game, and when we don't do that, or we give away a clean sheet in the last minute or overtime, it's very frustrating. And I made the players aware that I was really frustrated. I could see that they were also. It's just a concentration thing. That's all. I think we've just got to make sure that we're really on top of all of those small parts. I think Brighton have scored a lot of goals recently, and I think they've all come from crosses and set plays. You know, they don't really tend to score from open play, so it's a disappointing one for us at the end of the game. And like I say, I think the second half was a little bit more open for us because we were just a little bit loose in possession. I thought Esme was good when she came on. She brought composure and a calmness to our play. So there were some good parts to it as well. I think Hasegawa was top again. I think she's a great player, and she's fitted in very, very well with us.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Thank you.